By the way, I'm really surprised by what the trip meter is saying. We got ourselves a brand new 2018 Chevy Silverado heavy duty with a big Duramax V8 diesel.
And I guess the question is, how does it do on our MPG loop?
Yes, how does it stack up against the Cummins from Ram and Power Stroke from Ford, towing 12,500 pounds?
Well, stay tuned.
This is a Torsion Hitch from Gen Y, our partner, and we're using this hitch because we used it with the Ford F-250 and also the Ram 2500. It cushions the load, makes the ride a little bit nicer. It's good, but it's a little heavy. We have the 2.5 to 2 inch reducer for the hitch, and all I have to do is line up my holes for the pin. And manufacturers do this with a larger hitch to carry more weight. And hopefully, yes!
Hands of a doctor he does.
It's like surgery. Now we have a cushioned hitch, so we can make this test as even as possible. Woohoo! Oh, I gotta exercise and add some weight to this trailer, right?
Well, why does it need more weight?
Because we want to have the exact same weight, 12,500 pounds total trailer weight for all heavy-duty trucks with a single rear wheel. You see this? These are the curls I do usually.
How much do those weigh each?
About 40, 45. I'm kind of weak.
Folks, what you're looking at here is a 6.6 liter Duramax that puts out 445 horsepower and 910 pound-feet of torque, which is a lot. It's hooked up to an Allison 6-speed automatic transmission. This vehicle is 4-wheel drive, and frankly speaking, this is one of the quietest engines in its class that I've ever heard.
So what numbers is the Duramax going up against? Well, the Ford F-250 Power Stroke diesel did 10.0 MPG with this trailer on this loop, and the Ram 2500 heavy-duty Cummins posted at 10.9 MPG results. And I'm using the same procedure. I'm gonna fill it up, wait 30 seconds, top off. We're gonna run 98 miles exactly on this loop on a flat highway, or as flat as it gets in Colorado. So can the Duramax beat the Cummins? Is it gonna be between the two? Let's find out. Let me see. Trip meter reset. Tow haul mode enabled, and brake gain checked at 6. It seems to be working really well. I'm ready to go. There, I just set the cruise control at 70 miles an hour. We do all MPG challenge towing loops at 70 with tow haul mode enabled, although it doesn't do much at highway speeds like this. It just, the RPM is about 1700 RPMs. This big diesel is just rumbling along. But I do have to say this: the main difference between a 1-ton single rear wheel like this truck and a 3/4 ton like an F-250 and the Ram 2500 is actually payload capability. This truck has so much more payload. This particular one is about 3,500 pounds of max payload. A 3/4 ton truck would be around 2,000 pounds for a fully loaded truck, and this is a high country.
Hey Andre.
Yeah.
I only see one wheel back there. I don't see duals. What's the deal?
Well, it is a 3,500 heavy-duty Silverado, but it's comparable to the F-250 Ford and the Ram 2500 we tested because they have very similar curb weights, around 8,000 pounds apiece. And the rear axle ratio on this truck is actually a 373. Ford had a 355, the Ram had a 410, and you guys keep asking us, why don't you test the same rear axle ratio on every truck? And here's my answer. Manufacturers spend so much time developing these trucks, matching the engine, transmission gearing, rear axle, tire sizes to the specific gear ratio. So changing the gear ratio on this truck, for us, doesn't make sense. That's the way they're born. This quick trailering tip is brought to us by our partners CM Trailers, and we always check tire pressures, especially when this trailer is loaded to the maximum weight for this particular unit at 12,500 pounds. The rating on this heavy-duty trailer tire is 80 psi cold, and we need to make sure we stay with those parameters. It's saying 13.9, and Ram was the better truck on this loop before at 10.9. So if the trip computer is anywhere close to correct, I have a good chance of beating the best result with this Duramax. Alrighty, let's get the final results. Same fill-up procedure again. Is it gonna be better than 10.9? Well, there's a chance of that happening. Wow, almost 8 gallons even. Okay, let's see what the final result is. 98 divided by 8.01. 12.2. How can this be? That's quite a lot better than 10.9 in the Cummins. It's a lot better than 10 in the Ford Power Stroke. GM must have sprinkled some magic dust on this Duramax engine and this truck as a whole, because that's a really good result while towing 12,500 pounds at 70 miles an hour. And this is why we do real-world testing, because we can get some really surprising results. Go back to tfltruck.com for more news, views, and real-world MPG challenge reviews.